I raised my sister alone. At her wedding, her father-in-law insulted me in front of everyone. Then I stood up and said, "Do you even know who I am?" His face went pale. Our dad died when I was 22. My sister was 17. No warning, no time to prepare. Heart attack in the parking lot of his office on a Tuesday afternoon. By the time the ambulance got there, it was already too late. I remember stepping out of a lecture to take the call and just standing in the hallway for a long time after I hung up, back against the wall, people walking past me like nothing had happened. Because for them, nothing had. He left us nothing. Not because he was irresponsible. He just didn't expect to go at 51. No savings, no life insurance, no will. Just a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 months left on the lease and a 17-year-old who had no idea what was coming. I was the only option. Our mom had been out of the picture since we were little. Remarried, moved across the country, sent birthday cards that arrived 2 weeks late. She called once after the funeral, said she was sorry. That was it. So it was me. I dropped finishing my degree that semester. Got a second job. Worked nights at a distribution warehouse and days at a call center. Home by 7 in the morning, 4 hours of sleep, back out. I ate whatever was fast and cheap. Weekends, I picked up shifts wherever I could. My sister was in her senior year. I made sure she finished. Went to her graduation and sat in the folding chairs with parents 15 years older than me and clapped louder than anyone in that gymnasium. She got into a good school 3 states away. I told her to go. She asked how we'd afford it. I told her not to worry about it. I took out a personal loan I spent the next 4 years paying off. She still doesn't know that part. After she left, I had more room but didn't slow down. Finished my degree at night over 2 years. Got a better job. Quietly built a small logistics consulting practice on the side. Just me, a laptop, a few clients from old contacts. Grew it into something real. Nothing flashy, just years of showing up. I didn't date seriously for a long time. There wasn't space, and by the time there was, I'd gotten used to not needing much. Fast forward 8 years. My sister calls, voice doing that thing where she's trying to sound calm but isn't. She's getting married. I knew she'd been seeing someone, and she'd mentioned him. Seemed lighter when she talked about him, but married. I sat with that for a second. Then I was just happy for her. She'd earned it. The wedding was at a vineyard about 2 hours from the city. 200 guests, string lights, the whole thing. I wore my one good suit and drove up the morning of. I'd met her fiancé a handful of times. Good guy. Calm, thoughtful, treated her well. His father was a different situation. Made his money in commercial real estate. The kind of man who established his importance within 30 seconds of meeting you and expected you to register it. We'd been introduced at the engagement dinner a few months earlier. He'd shaken my hand without making eye contact and moved on before I finished my sentence. At the wedding, I was standing near the bar between the ceremony and dinner when he walked over, looked me up and down once and said, loud enough for the couple next to us to hear, "So you're the brother. Ashley mentioned you helped out when you were kids. That was sweet of you." Helped out. I smiled, said yeah, it was a good time. He moved on. I turned back to my drink. Then came the toasts. He went third, talked about his son, their family legacy, the future they were building. Polished, clearly rehearsed, the kind of speech that's more about the speaker than the couple. Then near the end, he looked out at the room and said, "We're so glad Marcus found a woman of real character, someone who overcame a humble background and made something of herself." He smiled. A few people clapped. My sister's eyes found mine from across the room. I stood up. I wasn't angry, or I was, but the cold kind, the kind that makes you very still. "Do you even know who I am?" The room went quiet. He turned, tried to laugh it off. "Ashley's brother, of course." I said, "I'm the person who signed her field trip forms, who taught her to parallel park in an empty lot on a Sunday morning, who worked back-to-back shifts on Christmas Eve so she could make her dorm deposit. I'm the reason she was able to walk into a room like this one and hold her head the way she does." He opened his mouth. "That's who I am," I said. "Thought you should know." I sat back down. My sister had her hand over her mouth. Her new husband was looking at his father with an expression I won't forget. The speeches moved on. Nobody said anything to me for the rest of the night, except my sister, who found me near the edge of the dance floor an hour later and just held on without saying a word. That was enough.